I can't believe it. It hasn't been a day yet, and you guys tear up the like and tear up the comments. Thank you all for what you've done. You passed 150 like, and it's just been a couple of hours. So today I'll be releasing part 2 of What If Naruto was Madara grandson. The like goal for this to get in the next one is over 100 likes, because I see that you guys are really interested in this What If. So get it past 100 likes and comment as much as possible your feedback and your comments about the What If. And I ask you guys, in the what if Inra Osusuke was reborn as Naruto brother? I want to ask you guys a question. Do you want me to give Sasuke the one tail? What are your opinions on that? Go and check it out and watch that part. I released a part yesterday, so go and watch it. Or switch across the playlist and you'll be seeing all the part. But yeah, remember to get this one to 100 like and smash that like button. If you're a new subscriber, comment down below. I'll be replying to all of you. And yeah, comment your feedbacks on the What If. Okay guys, so get straight into it. Start the intro.
Remember the moment you left me alone and broke every promise you ever made. I was an ocean, lost in the open. Nothing can take the pain away. So you can throw me to the wall. Tomorrow I will come back, leader of the whole pack. Paint me black and blue. Everyone will shake me, every scar will build my throne.
A little bit of a recap, but you guys can check out the playlist. Madara has taken Naruto and taken the body of the fourth and Kushina, his daughter, where he revealed himself in part 1. So you guys can check it out. It's about 20 minutes long. Okay guys? By the way, Madara has left a fake Naruto in the village that he used a little bit of Naruto's blood on one of the white Zetsus and performed some hand sign and a big flash of light and create a fake baby Naruto. So right now it's all a fake, and the body of the fourth and the body of Kushina was fake. But Madara has taken Naruto to a great waterfall where his secret hideout was. So here's your wee catch up guys. So let's get straight into part 2. It was Madara hideout behind the waterfall. The place was humongous and it had secret passage under the ground to different islands and different countries and even all of the other nations. There was a large tree in the middle of the hideout. Its trunk looked like the resemblance of the first Hokage, Hoshirama. And the Gedo statues was right beside it. Madara right now looking around walks toward a wooden bed with his grandson Naruto in his arms. Madara looked down at Naruto, putting Naruto on the bed and said, "It's time to extract the 9 tails from you, Naruto." Skip 1 month later, on the island, Madara was in a large cave, standing in front of the Gedo statue. In the middle of it, there was a big gate that have a large Uzumaki swerve, the Uzumaki symbol. Madara made a quick hand sign and slammed his hand to the ground. Very thick wooden planks came out of the ground and wrapped around themselves. They made a giant gate in front of the old gate with the Uzumaki sign on it that had more security in front of it. Madara started to think about the things that happened 1 month ago. His daughter and her husband were dead after sealing the 9 tail in their son. He had successfully extracted the fox from his grandson using all the resources he had. He did some resources, and I remember last part he told his Zetsu to get some things so his son wouldn't die from the extraction. The procedure was painful and complicated, but it was successful and his grandson was safe. Madara hears something behind him. When he looks, a white Zetsu stretched out of the cave wall. "Madara, your grandson is awake." Madara turned and looked at the white Zetsu very well. In a puff of smoke, Madara appeared where he left Naruto. Madara walked to the room that Naruto was in, sleeping. The last time Madara left Naruto, some large tentacle was inside of Naruto's body and they attached to this tree of Hashirama cell that Madara used the Gedo statue to create another tree. He used the Gedo statue as a container to grow another tree, a clone of Hashirama cell, to adopt his unique wood features and the Senju bloodline. But in this case, the things that Naruto was getting from the tree of the Hashirama cell were making Naruto better, because after the extraction of the Nine-Tail, Naruto should have died. But Madara has found a way to get through that and keep Naruto alive. Another Zetsu rise from the ground. This is the black one. So, Madara, what are you going to do? Madara looked at him and said, Toby is nothing but an player in my plan. He's nothing but a nuisance. I am just using him as a puppet. But Naruto is the real deal. He is going to make this plan whole. The sudden cry of an infant cut their conversation short while Madara looked down at Naruto. He is shocked just to see Naruto's eyes change, taking a form, an appearance, a red form, a five-sided star. A pentagram point up in his right eye and a pentagram point down in his left eye. A moment later, his eyes changed back into regular Sharingan before they turned back into these original blue eyes. Impossible. Man, get your Sharingan? The white Zetsu shouted. In such a young age, the black Zetsu said, it may be caused by the nine-tailed chakra we extracted from him, or seeing his both parents die. After all, the feeling as hope and uselessness and loss is known by all, even as young as him. He looked at Naruto and he smiled proudly. Naruto, you really are a special child. I look forward to see how this new development turned out. It has been 12 years since the Nine-Tail attack the village hidden in the leaf. The place is now peaceful, with children running around playing, and ninjas who were killed in the Nine-Tails attack were celebrated for their courage. Naruto, a voice ran out to the village streets. A 12-year-old boys laugh. A boy just laughing. A 12-year-old boy with blonde hair running through the streets laughing, running away from two older ninjas. The boy had blue eyes, blonde, and whisker marks on his face, and his name was Uzumaki Naruto. He had paint all over him. He had just covered the Hokage mountain with paint and ruined everything. Naruto ended up camouflaging himself to get away from the ninjas. After hiding under a blanket, the two ninjas run past him. Naruto got out and said, that was too easy. Naruto hears someone call out his name very loudly. He jumps up in the air, accidentally kicking his own feet. He drops on the ground hard. When he looks, it's Iruka. Iruka said to him, what are you doing here, Naruto? You are supposed to be in class. Before he dragged Naruto back to the academy. While Iruka pulled the fake Naruto away, yes, he was fake because Madara used the real Naruto blood to create him, but he has the same emotion and he has the same personality as Naruto would be. But then, while they were walking, the camera drifted off to the fourth Hokage statue while someone was standing on it. The person had on a black coat. While his eyes were scanning everywhere, he got in the village without anyone noticing. His eyes were red to the point, with three tomos spinning wildly in them. A bird, the raven bird that was spying on Naruto and Iruka before, it landed on the person's shoulder. It had purple eyes and its body was colored with purple markings. Good work, the figure said, looking back at the village. So, this is the village hidden in the leaf? The person take off the black hood and his face was revealed. He looks to be about 12 years old. He has spiky blonde hair, with his Sharingan eyes peered out. He was the real Uzumaki Naruto, the son of Minato and Kushina, as well the grandson of Madara Uchiha. Iruka dragged the fake Naruto to class. He dragged him to class and tied him up. Naruto, you failed the test. You failed it last time, you failed the graduation test last time, and you failed it yesterday. But you have a next chance tomorrow, and you look like you want to mess this one up too. Naruto turned himself to the opposite direction of Iruka. Iruka even get more angrier. Fine, Naruto, because you missed it. Everyone will be reviewing the transformation jutsu. The whole class said. They didn't like this idea of doing this over, but all of them formed a line. The first one to go was a pink-haired girl called Sakura. She did wave some hand sign and transformed into Iruka. Iruka looked at her and said, transform into me. Nice. Then he writes something on his notebook. This spell, and then she transformed back into herself. Yes, I did it, she smiled. Sakura turned around to face Sasuke. She looked at him and said, Sasuke, did you see that? But Sasuke didn't even glance at her. Iruka said, next, Uchiha Sasuke. Sasuke gently walked up to the front of a line with his hand in his pockets. He did the same thing that Sakura did and he turned into his teacher. Iruka gave him a nod. Good, he writes on his notebook again. Then Sasuke just walked off. He looks back at the pad in his hand and said, Naruto, you're next. Naruto ended up walking up to the front of the line. And then Shikamaru shouted, this is such a drag. Naruto, you always screw up. And then we have to pay for your screw up. Naruto turned around and said, like I care. He walked forward to do the transformation jutsu. And someone in the crowd said, Naruto, hope you do well. That was Hinata. Naruto reached up to the front of the class. He bent his knees, forcing chakra into his body. Transformation jutsu. And then a puff of smoke created. When the smoke cleared, it was a nude girl. Naruto turned into a sexy jutsu. She turned at Iruka and winked at him. Iruka started to bleed from the nose and fly right through the classroom. Naruto changed back and he started to laugh. Seeing his teacher's hilarious reaction, Naruto laughed, haha, I got you with my new sexy jutsu. And then he continued to laugh. Iruka got up off the floor and ran towards Naruto, bumping his head with his fists while shouting, cut out those stupid tricks. This is the last time I'm be warning you, Naruto. Naruto put both hands on his head. Ow, that really hurts, you know? Outside of the classroom, there lay the real Naruto that was using a camouflage jutsu to hide his presence, so he could spy on his fake copy. He nearly fell to the ground too after seeing the sexy jutsu. He almost blew his cover and nearly gave his location to the Leaf Anbu. He thought this jutsu isn't completely useless. It can be used in a seduction mission or an information gathering mission. He nodded his head and looked at his double one more time. He looks like a real idiot in his orange drag suit. What the hell is that? I will never wear something like that in my life. He thinks to himself, I need to switch places with him and get into the Leaf Village and explain my new attitude. Because I'm not going to act foolish like him. Maybe tomorrow graduation test will help me. I have this feeling that something big will happen tomorrow. He vanished without leaving any trace of him behind. The next day in the morning, in the usual class, the students all wait in their seat for their teacher to arrive. They all knew that today was the day of the genuine graduation exam. This was Naruto's third time of taking the exam. He ran his hand through his blonde spiky hair. I do not want to mess this up. I want to get out of the academy. He had always heard that the third time was a charm, so surely he would pass this time. He felt his heart started to race when the door opened and the teachers walked inside. There were two of them, Iruka and another teacher. It was Mizuki. As the teachers entered the class, all students stood up and greeted them. Good morning. Iruka, with a smile on his face, addressed the students. We will now start the final exam. When I call your name, proceed to the test room. The final test will be on clone jutsu, he said. At that very moment, Naruto completely collapsed. Damn it, that's my worst technique. I'm not gonna pass this. I'm not gonna pass this time. What the hell is wrong with me? I can't do that. He started to rock back in his chair as one by one, Iruka would call a member of his class, and if they came out with a headband, they passed, but some of them came out crying because they failed. Uzumaki Naruto, Mizuki called. As he made his way to the room, he noticed that students are pointing and whispering. He entered the room to see Iruka writing something down. Mizuki wasn't doing nothing. The both of them were sitting behind the decks with a few leaf headbands still sitting on the table. Iruka glanced up at Naruto. He gave Naruto a faint smile and said, Naruto, are you ready? You did this test 2 times already. You must know by now how to perform the jutsu. So, are you ready? Naruto gave him a nod. Alright, get to it, Naruto. Naruto tensed up himself and did hand sign and said, Clone jutsu. A huge puff of smoke was created, and then, when the smoke cleared, they saw 3 other perfectly identical clones behind Naruto. Good job, Iruka said. Naruto, you finally passed. Naruto looked around and saw his 3 perfect clones. And Naruto said, yes. He started to cheer. I did it. Iruka smiled and congratulated him. The 3rd time you passed, Naruto. Good job. And he handed Naruto a headband. Mizuki said, wait, but how? This was his worst jutsu. How did he perform them so perfectly? A few moments earlier, the real Naruto that came from Madara walked into the classroom using a camouflage jutsu and took a seat far in the back, several seats away from the students. He looked at the students, the future of the hidden village of the leaf. Using his resources, he had collected information on all of them. With exception of few of them, he wasn't really impressed with any of them. He said in his mind, if there are the leaf future, the leaf doesn't have a future because they're so weak, all of them. He was in the back of the class. He noticed Sakura and Ino headband. He said, the leaf village standard has really fallen. If those 2 that are weak and useless get a headband, his thought was cut off when Mizuki called his doppelganger, the fake Naruto. Let's see what he can do. The real Naruto sank into the floor. He then arrived into the room of testing under a camouflage jutsu. Then he saw that his clone was about to fail the exam again because he was putting too much chakra in this one-shot clone jutsu. Let's help him out. Naruto opened his eyes and put the 2 teachers under a genjutsu. When the smoke cleared, they saw fakes. It was all a genjutsu. The fake Naruto created a clone, but it was white and pale, underground, lying completely senseless. He said, pathetic. He noticed Iruka looked pleased, while the teacher named Mizuki looked surprised. And he felt the anger towards Naruto from the teacher named Mizuki. There's something suspicious about that teacher. The fake Naruto walked out of the academy, ignoring the whispers of the parents and the students who were whispering about him. He was so happy he didn't even notice it. After walking out of the academy with his headband, Naruto made his way back to his house. He didn't mind the villagers staring at him or glaring at him because today was a happy day. He passed his test. When he heard someone call his name, he quickly turned around and he saw that it was Mizuki. Mizuki-sensei? Mizuki gave Naruto a small smile and told Naruto to come on, follow him on the top of the balcony. He wants to talk to him about something. He turned towards Naruto. Naruto, I'm gonna be quick about this. I am here to give you the real Genin exam. Naruto was surprised, but I just did the Genin exam. Mizuki smirked. He was going to pull this off after all. Do you really believe that just a single clone to become a Genin? No, that wasn't the real exam. That was just a practice. Naruto said, I don't know. I am shocked. Mizuki said, this is the real exam. You have to go into the Hokage Tower and take a scroll. It's just the test to see if you're skilled and qualified enough to sneak in the Hokage Tower without being caught. Naruto wanted the headband. He looks at his headband and Mizuki said, if you can't do this, I will have to take the headband away. Naruto said, no, I'll do it. So Naruto head off to the Hokage Tower. Unknown to both of them, a raven bird was watching the both of them in a safe distance. The real Naruto appeared in the forest just in time to hear a loud crash. Seeing his body clone slam into Iruka, he said, who are you? The person yelled a release sign and a puff of smoke, and it was Mizuki. And he said, how did you know that I was not Iruka? The fake Naruto leaned up against a tree and said, because I am Iruka. And he did a release sign, it was Iruka. The real Naruto was looking around and said, what? If that is not, so where's the real idiot? He looked around and he couldn't find Naruto, and then he opened his eyes to turn on his Sharingan, and he said, found you. Then he rushed over there and he was standing on top of a tree, and then he jumped down. He's looking right into the face of the fake Naruto. The fake Naruto has no memory of this, so he's surprised and said, who are you? Before he could say anything else, he said, the real Naruto looked at him and said, your time has been fulfilled. Thank you for all you've done. Then he opened his eyes to create like a vortex and suck in the fake Naruto. So now he's gonna take Naruto's spot. But guys, I'm end right here. If you want to see the next part of this, remember to like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification, stay posted, and get to the like goal for the next part. For now guys, I'm out. Peace.